Good morning, everyone. By which I mean good afternoon, everyone. By which I mean good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 9th of August. Things are going pretty well. Only 20 seconds into this vlog, and I have nothing to say. It's pretty excellent. That's always a fantastic sign. It means I know exactly what I'm doing. I actually have nothing to talk about today. Which I know is a boring thing to say, but it's blatantly true. I spent the vast majority of today just flat out working on videos, which I know is a boring, typical Tuesday thing, but I don't know. I had something to talk about in class, but that's completely slipped my mind. It's just before 11 o'clock at night. It's not actually that late, but I'm also pretty tired. I was busy today. Actually, I will talk about one thing I did today, is that I've kind of started cooking for leftovers. So that's kind of something that my parents have always done, and it's kind of like, I've done a little bit of that here, but I've never really done that because, en masse, because, one of the big things is that I do is that, I want food quickly, and then it's like, if I don't have an option to get food quickly, I'll go for fast food, because it's the terrible way I decided to live my life, apparently. So, I decided to try to change that. Plus, I had cooked chicken that I needed to cook from a few weeks back that was just sitting in my refrigerator that, I needed to cook. So I did cook that, and it came out actually very, very well. It came out pretty much to perfection. But, that's it. So, I cooked literally 3 boxes of, the Kraft mac and cheese. 'Cause, I also realized the past couple of days, I have a lot of food to use before I leave here in a couple of weeks, because it's not actually going to be that much longer. I don't have an official countdowny thing at the bottom of the video there yet, but I will soon, because at some point soon we are going to decide on an exact date, and right now it's looking 1st, 2nd, 3rd of September we're going to leave and start the road trip back. So probably about a month from today, I'll be back at my house in Philadelphia, which is really something I'm looking forward to. I also guess one thing I owe is in a little bit of an explanation for yesterday's vlog, because you probably noticed that yesterday's vlog I wasn't exactly in the best sense of mind. And it's not like I was on drugs or anything. I was completely sober. But the thing is that, I legitimately went crazy yesterday. And, hallucinated the fact that rain was touching my skin, which is what that vlog yesterday was about. And that honestly terrifies me. That I would sit there and I would go to, that's how much of it, stir craziness, dryness is driving me. That I am literally that into rainfall, that I would sit there and apparently hallucinate it. And granted, yes, I've talked about this before, it has not rained here. It's obvious it has not rained here. I make a big deal about it every time there's fucking clouds in the sky, which there's a few right now, by the way, in case you're wondering, and you didn't see it earlier. But it's actually a problem. And also, one thing is that if you know me, you might know that I have a tendency to very, very rarely recall dreams. And, I very rarely recall dreams, and I probably dream, because most people dream just about every night, multiple times at night. Assuming I get to sleep heavily enough, that is. But I never, ever recall dreams. But last night I do recall my dream. It rained heavily, and then I got hit by a truck. That was my dream last night. After that hallucinogenic vlog that I had yesterday. So, don't know exactly what the hell is going on. But all I know is that I basically need to get out of the city soon. which is, why I'm perfectly okay with an earlier leave date, because they want us to stay for an extra few days for like a Hollywood Bowl thing, but I'm ready to be done. And also, I failed to mention this yesterday, but they told us yesterday at my job that either next Monday or next Friday is actually going to be my last day at the internship. So, things are wrapping up here. Let's be realistic. I've got either 2 or 3 days of work left, and then I'm done. So, this quarter is actually coming to an end. This is week 8. I've got 2 more Hollywoodland classes left. I've got 2 more evening with classes left. I've got 3 more left, because I haven't taken this week's class yet. 3 more evening with classes. And I've got 3 more Chad's classes left because of the whole we missed that week for the 4th of July. Or missed that day of the week for the 4th of July. So, I gotta stop picking myself on the vlog, because you can tell my Ritalin torn off, and back to ADD things. But anyway, but yeah, things are actually wrapping down here in LA. LA is almost over. It's coming to a close. Literally probably a month from today or something is when I'll be getting back. You'll get the specifics when we have the specifics, and we need to do another driver's meeting. I don't know if did I mention the driver's meeting? I don't know if I did. On Saturday after we got back from, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. After we got back from the Getty Museum, we actually went over real quick and had a driver's meeting, and we exchanged money and things from all of the previous hotels and whatever for everybody who still owed people everything. And we started in talks of dates and getting back. So it's not like we're not planning things. We are legitimately planning things on getting home. And I'd like to get home. Not saying bad things about this trip. This trip's been actually very fun. But when I came out here, I kind of asked myself one question, and it was, is LA a place I'm going to want to live for the rest of my life? And I think the answer to that, as of right now, is no. And if you're watching this several years down the line, and you're sitting here laughing as I'm living in Los Angeles, doing something and maybe working very well, this might be laughable and be like, hey, you were dead wrong. But as of right now, I don't see myself being able to live in Los Angeles. It's just not something I see happening. But hey, I enjoyed my time here, and that's kind of a big thing that that's one of the big questions that I really wanted to answer with this trip is, do I see myself living in Los Angeles further on down in my career? As of right now, the answer is no. Oh well. But that's kind of what's on my mind for the moment. It's also a little bit on my mind because our program director, actually, you know what? No, I'll leave her name anonymous. But our program director, pretty much the person who's responsible for the fact that I and everybody else are here, is actually in town. She literally just got in maybe a few hours ago, and she is in, and we're going to be talking with her at some point. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but on this upcoming Sunday, I'm going back to the Magic Castle for another brunch, and same thing as last time. I'm not going to be able to film in there, but she's going to be there, and we're going to be talking to her. Bethany and Jess are going with me about some of the things that happened on this trip, and things we can improve on. And that's one of the things that I want to tell her. And as well, we realized as well that one of the questions on the Hollywoodland final exam is going to be that as well. So it's kind of something that it's been in the back of my head, but getting it on vlog is, I guess, the first step to getting it officially on paper somewhere for the school to see. But those are my thoughts right now. That's where I stand. Also, for a vlog that I did not start out having anything to talk about, this has gone on for far too long. So I think I've pretty much got everything just about squared up. Oh, one final piece of information is that I'm going to the Kansas City LA Rams game this weekend on Saturday. Probably not going to be able to film a lot there, but that's happening Saturday. So it'll be a fun rest of the week. Because tomorrow's... okay, I've got a few more things to cover. Tomorrow's guest for an evening with class is not disclosed. We're not actually allowed to know until afterwards, so probably someone very interesting. It's not actually someone that we're just supposed to talk to people at Drexel, so if you're still at Drexel, you're not allowed to watch tomorrow's vlog. But I can stop you. And Thursday is a tour of Fox Studios and then an alumni event somewhere on their lot. So I don't know that much about it at the moment. I'm assuming we're getting more details of that tomorrow. Friday's a fairly typical Friday. Saturday is football game, as I mentioned. Sunday's Magic Castle. Monday might be my last day at work. So it's a little busy up ahead, actually, surprisingly. Should be fun. Stay tuned.